Hundreds of Australia's most impressive young people are being recognised for their efforts in perseverance, commitment and teamwork as part of the Duke of Edinburgh Awards scheme. And they're in good company. They joined some 775,000 Duke of Edinburgh Award recipients since the scheme began in Australia exactly 60 years ago. Prince Edward on hand to mark the occasion. We're joined by two of the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Medal recipients, Rebecca Stacey and Nicholas Mock, and a young man who's striving for silver, Matthew Endurant. If I can turn to you both first, Rebecca and Nicholas. So when you got your Gold Awards yesterday, you got to meet Prince Edward and you were presented with your awards at Town Hall. What was that like? Yeah, it was lovely. He was super down to earth, very friendly and bubbly. Yeah, and a great experience getting to meet a bunch of other famous people there as well. And so, Rebecca, if I can ask you, they don't just hand these out to anyone. The Gold Awards in particular, they're pretty tough to get. What do you have to do to qualify? Yeah, so you have to complete a skill and a service and a physical recreation for 12 months, 1 hour of it a week throughout the year, as well as a residential project and a test and a practice hike leading up to the test. What was the highlight for you of all those things? I think I loved the hikes. They were really an awesome experience with a great team of other Duke of Ed participants and getting to be in the beauty of creation and experience the world around me was awesome. And Nicholas, as Rebecca said, one of the requirements is that you go away on a residential project.
Yes.
Where did you go for yours? What did you do?
For my residential project, I essentially went to Cairns with St George Girls. It was a, what do you call it? Conservational project, yes, yeah. A conservational project. We basically had a survey on the Great Barrier Reef itself, and we studied all the coral there and had a look on the current impacts on tourism, current impacts on all the nitrates and basically all the chemicals that's going to our oceans at the moment. We also visited Fitzroy Island's Turtle Rehabilitation Centre, which was a great experience to know what's the issue with, like, the plastics that are in oceans today. Yeah. I know a lot of this of qualifying for the Duke of Edinburgh is about commitment. It's about turning up. You have to do, I think, an hour a week and show that commitment and really collaborate with other people. Would you say, Nicholas, that it's changed you as a person? Yes, it's definitely changed me since I was in year 9. It's been 3 years now. So basically, I've learned a lot of, like, interpersonal skills now. I've learned how to improvise on the spot, and if the improvisation doesn't work, we just have to tough it out, which has been something that's developed over the last 3 years, which is very beneficial, and I believe most high school students should do it, yes. Yeah, well, we're up to 400 just this year alone. It could go further, though, couldn't it? Matthew, you are in the middle of your silver, which is just extraordinary. You've had a pretty tough upbringing, and I know that you left home when you were really young to escape abuse in your own home. Now you're doing the Duke of Edinburgh. How's that helped you with facing that?
I mean, you know, trauma is a very complex thing, and it takes some people, like, degrees and things like this, like years of study to understand. And oftentimes, you know, we assume that when we've been traumatized, we'll know. But that's just not how it works. You know, when we're being conditioned, it's not something that we realize immediately. And so when I left home and I left that environment, I had all this baggage that I didn't really understand how to deal with or what to deal with. And I was in all these new environments that I didn't know how to interact with. But I think the beauty of the award and the award scheme more broadly is that it's a holistic development of the person. So, you know, you've got your skills and your recreation, your physical and sports and things like this, and then you've also got, you know, your adventurous journey. And that sort of helped me come out of my shell a bit more because, you know, when you've been conditioned the way I had, it was not a matter of how to sort of do things more generally, like skills. It was a matter of interacting with people. And I guess the award has helped me come out of my shell. I mean, I've gone through so much, and I've had to deal with so much anxiety in my life that I think the award has really helped me with.
And not surprisingly, one of the things you've struggled with is a sense of place in the world, a sense of belonging. Has the awards scheme helped you come to terms with that and find a place?
Yeah, definitely. I would say, like, part of that, you know, removing myself from that anxiety and defining myself completely differently has helped me realize where my passions lie. So now I sort of see, like, I really love helping people, and that was comes in part from my involvement in volunteering with the award. So, you know, I worked at food banks and I volunteered on election day, and I helped as many people as I could, and that sort of helped me develop my own character and my rapport with people. And I think it's really turned me into the person I am today.
Has it given you a sense of purpose? You know,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would like to go into studying, you know, law and policy and just making the world a better place, because, you know, we need strong-minded people to create a world and a future for everyone. And I want every child to have the best upbringing possible. And some kids will have to leave their homes, but that doesn't mean they should be disadvantaged.
You're going for gold with the Duke of Edinburgh?
Oh, definitely, yeah. The Duke of Edinburgh is an amazing award. Last night I had the honour to meet His Royal Highness, the Earl of Wessex, who is managing the award scheme on his brother's behalf. And he was the most incredible person I think I've ever met. He was so bubbly and really had a personality that lifted the room. And I think if anything was a motivation to keep doing the award, it was that interaction there.
And no doubt you'd like to see other kids in your position also take part. It sounds like it's really changed you.
Yeah, I think the award is often viewed as this sort of private school thing, which it just isn't. You know, the Duke of Edinburgh scheme does amazing interactions with so many different charities and organisations and helps donate so much money to making sure those kids can do their projects, that I think it would be really important and beneficial for every kid in the out-of-home care system who is just homeless, a kid looking for food that night. You know, it'd be important to sort of get out there and engage with their community.
Oh, Matthew, you're a very impressive young man.
Thank you.
Thank you for enlightening us on how this scheme has helped. And just, Rebecca and Nicholas, in closing, what sort of impact would you say this has had on your life, the scheme?
I think it's taught me mostly about commitment and teamwork, and I think, yeah, that's helped me grow so much as a person.
And would you like to see, Nicholas, other people get involved? You think the numbers should broaden? I think they're aiming to have 1,000 a year.
Definitely.
Is the intention.
I believe we should have like a lot more students like into this program. This program is very beneficial for all high school students, and if not high school, maybe even into uni, of course. Yeah.
All right, we wish you all the best, all three of you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.